Hard intro. Stop. Just stop. Stop listening to what society told you being a man is. Stop following the script they wrote for you. Because everything you've been taught about manhood is a lie. A comfortable lie. A profitable lie. And I'm about to tell you the truth. The system. You know what they teach you in school. Sit down. Be quiet. Follow instructions. Don't stand out. Don't be aggressive. Be nice. Be cooperative. Be compliant. They are literally training you to be a slave. They are training you to take orders. To accept mediocrity. To believe that comfort is happiness. And you know what the worst part is? You believed it. The comfortable lie. They tell you being a man is about having a good job, a nice house, a comfortable life. Work until you're 65. Retire. Die. That's not being a man. That's being a workhorse. That's being domesticated. That's accepting that your life has already been written for you. Real manhood is the opposite. What real manhood is? Real manhood is about taking control. It's about building something, creating value, having discipline when nobody is watching, having integrity when nobody is checking. Real manhood is about becoming so strong, so capable, so competent that you don't need anyone else's approval. You don't need anyone else's permission. You don't need anyone else's validation. Real manhood is freedom. The price? But here's what they don't tell you. Freedom has a price. That price is discomfort. That price is sacrifice. That price is doing the hard things when everyone else is relaxing. 99% of men are not willing to pay that price. So, they stay comfortable. They stay average. They stay safe. And they stay small. But you're here. Which means you're considering paying the price. The physical foundation. Let me tell you something about your body. Your body is not decoration. Your body is not for Instagram. Your body is your foundation. When you have a strong body, you have a strong mind. When you have built something through discipline and pain, you know you can build anything. A weak body creates a weak mind. A strong body creates a strong mind. That's not opinion. That's biology. What weak men do. Weak men complain about their bodies. They talk about wanting to change. They make excuses. They say things like, I don't have time. I don't have energy. Maybe next week. Weak men are always waiting for the perfect moment. The perfect time. The perfect conditions. That moment never comes. What real men do. Real men look in the mirror and see a project. They see something to build. And they get to work. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. Real men do 50 push-ups when they can only do 30. Real men run when they're tired. Real men eat clean when junk food is easier. Why? Because real men know something that weak men don't. Discipline in one area creates discipline in all areas. The domino effect. When you start training seriously, something shifts. You start waking up earlier. You start making better food choices. You start sleeping better. You start having more energy for your work. And then work improves. And then you have more money. And then you have more options. And then you have more control. It all starts with the decision to build your body. The mental shift. Here's what happens around week 2 of real training. Your body starts to hurt. Your mind starts to rebel. That voice in your head gets loud. This is too hard. You're tired. Just skip this workout. You can start again Monday. That voice is the voice of the boy inside you. The voice that wants to stay safe, to stay comfortable, to stay small. And in that moment, you have a choice. The choice. You can listen to that voice. You can skip the workout. You can give yourself permission to stay weak. Or you can acknowledge that voice and train anyway. That moment. That single moment when you choose discipline over comfort. That's when you become a man. That's the moment that separates boys from men. Statistics that will shock you. Listen to this. 45% of men in America have never done a push-up. Never. They have never tested their own body. They have never pushed themselves. 70% of men cannot do 20 push-ups. Think about that. 7 out of 10 men cannot do basic physical exertion. And then these same men wonder why they lack confidence. Why they lack respect from others. Why they lack respect from themselves. It's because they have never pushed themselves. They have never felt real discomfort. They have never built anything. The real power. When you have a strong body, something changes in how you walk, how you talk, how you hold yourself. People can sense it. They can feel that you are different. Women sense it. Men sense it. Even you will sense it in yourself. Because for the first time, you know that you can handle discomfort. You know that you can follow through. You know that you can do hard things. Transition to part 2. And that's just the beginning. Because physical strength is just the foundation. Real manhood has 4 pillars. And I'm about to tell you what they are. Part 2 opening. Welcome to part 2. If you're still here, you're serious about this. You're serious about becoming something more than you are right now. Good. Because part 2 is where the blueprint gets real. Part 2 is where I tell you exactly what a real man looks like. Pillar 1, physical power. The first pillar is physical power. And I want to be very specific about what this means. Physical power is not being a bodybuilder. Physical power is not being jacked for Instagram. Physical power is being stronger than you were yesterday. Physical power is being capable. A real man can do 50 push-ups. A real man can run 3 miles without stopping. A real man can pick something heavy off the ground without his back hurting. A real man can handle his own body. How to build it. Here's how you build physical power. You train 5 days a week. Minimum. You do compound movements. Push-ups. Squats. Deadlifts. Pull-ups. These are the movements that build real strength. You don't need a gym. You don't need equipment. You need discipline. You need to do the workout when you don't feel like it. You need to push the extra rep when your body says no. You need to run the extra mile when your lungs are burning. That's how you build real power. That's how you build a body that commands respect. The timeline. Week 1, you feel sore. Your body is confused. You question everything. Week 2, the soreness gets worse. The voice gets louder. 80% of people quit here. Week 3, something shifts. The soreness decreases. Your body starts adapting. You feel stronger. You sleep better. Week 4, you look in the mirror and you see definition, muscle, real change. Your confidence rises. Week 8, you don't recognize yourself. People comment. You carry yourself differently. You speak with more authority. Week 12, you are a different man. Not just physically, mentally, emotionally. Everything has shifted. Pillar 2, mental toughness. The second pillar is mental toughness. And here's the thing about mental toughness, it's not something you're born with. It's something you build. You build it by doing things that scare you. By facing discomfort. By not quitting when it gets hard. Mental toughness is the man who wakes up at 5 a.m. when everyone else is sleeping. Mental toughness is the man who trains when he's exhausted. Mental toughness is the man who keeps his promises to himself. The mental enemy. Your greatest enemy is not external. It's internal. It's your thoughts. It's your self-doubt. It's that voice that says you can't. Most men are slaves to their thoughts. A thought appears and they believe it. A negative thought appears and they accept it as true. A real man controls his thoughts. He sees a negative thought and he says, "That's not true. I am capable. I am strong. I will do this." How to build it? Mental toughness is built through repetition. It's doing the same hard thing over and over until it becomes natural. You build it by making promises to yourself and keeping them. Small promises. Wake up at 5 a.m. Do the workout. Eat clean. Sleep 8 hours. Small promises. Every single day. For 30 days. By day 30, you will be mentally different. You will know that you keep your word. You will know that you can do hard things. The self-respect. And here's what most men don't understand. Self-respect is not something you feel. It's something you earn. You earn it by following through. You earn it by doing what you said you would do. Every time you skip a workout, you lose a piece of self-respect. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you lose a piece of self-respect. But every time you do the hard thing, every time you keep your word, you build self-respect. And self-respect is the foundation of everything else. Pillar 3, financial independence. The third pillar is financial independence. And I want to be clear, this is not about being rich. This is about being independent. A real man provides for himself. He does not rely on anyone else. He does not wait for permission to earn money. He does not wait for the perfect job. A real man creates value. He solves problems. He gets paid for that value. The dependency trap. Too many men are dependent. Dependent on their parents. Dependent on their employers. Dependent on government. Dependent on their partners. A dependent man is a weak man. He has no leverage. He has no options. He accepts whatever is offered to him because he has no choice. A real man is independent. He has options. He has leverage. He can walk away from bad situations because he doesn't need anyone's permission to survive. How to build it? Financial independence starts with a skill. What are you good at? Or what can you become good at? You learn that skill. You become better than everyone else at it. And then you sell that skill. You start small. You take on clients. You build a reputation. You charge more. You build a business. It doesn't happen overnight, but it happens. And here's the beautiful part, the same discipline that built your body, builds your business. The same mental toughness that got you through hard workouts gets you through hard business decisions. The income ladder. Here's how real men climb. Stage 1. You work for someone else. You earn a salary. You have zero control. Stage 2. You develop a skill. You take on side clients. You earn extra income. Stage 3. Your side income exceeds your salary. You quit. Now you're self-employed. Stage 4. You scale. You hire people. You build a system. You earn even more. Stage 5. You own assets that generate income while you sleep. Most men never leave stage 1. Most men die as employees. Pillar 4. Unbreakable integrity. The fourth pillar is integrity. And integrity is simple but rare. Integrity means you say what you mean. You do what you say. You keep your promises every single time. Integrity means you don't lie. Not to others. Not to yourself. Why integrity matters. Men without integrity are weak men. They might have money. They might have muscle. But they are weak. Because they cannot be trusted. Not even by themselves. A man with integrity is respected by everyone. Because everyone knows, if he says he'll do it, he does it. If he makes a promise, he keeps it. The integrity test. Here's how you know if you have integrity. When nobody is watching, what do you do? Do you still train? Or do you skip it because nobody will know? Do you still eat clean? Or do you cheat because nobody will see? Do you still keep your promises? Or do you break them because nobody is checking? Real integrity is what you do when nobody is watching. Building integrity. Integrity is built through small decisions. Every single day. You promise yourself you'll train at 6 a.m. The alarm goes off at 6 a.m. and your body says no. That moment when you keep your promise even though your body is screaming no. That's integrity. Do that 1,000 times. And you are a man of integrity. The compound effect. Here's what's amazing about these four pillars. They compound. You build your body. That builds mental toughness. That gives you confidence in your business. That increases your income. That builds your integrity. Everything connects. Everything builds on everything else. Transition to part 3. But knowing this is one thing. Living it is another. And that's what part 3 is about. Part 3 is the action plan. The exact roadmap to become a real man starting today. Part 3 opening. Welcome to part 3. This is where theory becomes reality. This is where you decide, are you going to actually do this? Or are you just going to watch and do nothing? Most men will do nothing. They'll feel motivated for a few hours. Then they'll forget this video exists. But if you're serious, you need a plan. And I'm about to give you exactly that. The 90-day challenge. I'm giving you a 90-day roadmap to real manhood. 3 months. That's all you need to completely transform your life. Not perfectly, but significantly. Days 1 to 30, the foundation. Week 1, build the habit. Your job this week is one thing, establish the morning routine. Every single day, you wake up at 5:30 a.m. No exceptions. Yes, I know it's early. Yes, I know. You're tired. You do it anyway. At 5:30 a.m., you do 50 push-ups. You don't have to do them all at once. You can do 25, rest, do 25 more. But you do 50. Why 50 push-ups? Because it's hard enough to matter. Because it shows your body that you're serious. Then you eat a real breakfast. Eggs, chicken, rice. Something with protein. Something that matters. That's it. That's your week 1. Wake up. Push-ups. Eat. Go live your day. Week 2, add the training. Week 2, you add the main training session. You train 5 days a week. Monday through Friday. 30 minutes minimum. Compound movements. Push-ups. Squats. Sit-ups. Running. Walking. Anything that challenges your body. You also add diet consistency. You eat the same thing every single day. High protein. Clean carbs. Vegetables. Nothing fancy. Nothing complicated. Why consistency? Because consistency builds discipline. Because consistency removes decisions from your life. Week 3, mental toughness training. Week 3, you add a mental challenge. Every single day, you do something uncomfortable. Take a cold shower. Run in the rain. Train when you're tired. Talk to someone you're intimidated by. Small uncomfortable things. Every day. This builds mental tough. Small uncomfortable things. Every day. This builds mental toughness. You also start keeping a journal. Every night you write down, what did I do today that made me stronger? Did I keep my promises? Week 4, add financial action. Week 4, you take action on money. You identify one skill. Something you can teach others. Something people will pay for. You don't need to be amazing yet. You just need to be better than someone else at something. You take one small action this week. You reach out to one person. You offer to help them with something. You ask if they'll pay you for it. You probably won't get paid this week. That's okay. You're planting seeds. By the end of week 4, you should wake up at 5:30 every day. Do 50 morning push-ups. Train 5 days a week. Eat consistently. Do one uncomfortable thing daily. Start building a side skill. Days 31 to 60, the acceleration. Week 5 to 6, increase physical intensity. Your morning push-ups increase to 75. Your training becomes more intense. You add running. You add distance. Your body is changing. You can feel it. Clothes fit differently. You have more energy. You move differently. Week 7 to 8, increase mental challenge. Your uncomfortable actions increase. You do something that genuinely scares you. You push conversations further. You take bigger risks. You're building confidence. You're proving to yourself that you can do hard things. Financial action continues. You've made your first contact with potential clients. Maybe you've made your first dollar. Maybe not. Either way, you keep going. You understand something crucial. The money comes from consistency and value, not from overnight success. By day 60, you are visibly stronger. You have real discipline. You have mental toughness. You've started building financial independence. People notice something different about you. Days 61 to 90, the transformation. Week 9 to 10, peak physical. Your morning push-ups are now 100. You're training hard 5 days a week. Your body is completely transformed. Not just muscles. Your posture. Your confidence. The way you hold yourself. Week 11 to 12, peak mental. You've done 90 days of uncomfortable actions. You are genuinely different mentally. Things that scared you at day 1 now feel easy. You're thinking differently. You're speaking more authoritatively. You're making decisions faster. You have momentum. Real momentum. Day 90 and beyond. By day 90, here's what should be true. Physically, you can do 100 push-ups. You can run 3+ miles. Your body is completely different. People compliment you on your appearance. Your energy is through the roof. Mentally, you keep your promises to yourself. You face discomfort without fear. You have real self-respect. You're confident in your decisions. You believe in yourself. Financially, you've earned your first money from a side skill. You have a plan for financial independence. You understand that you can create value. You know you're not dependent on anyone. Integrity. You know who you are. You keep your word. You're trustworthy. You respect yourself. The beautiful part. And here's the beautiful part. These 90 days don't end. They continue. Because becoming a real man isn't a destination. It's a direction. You don't stop training on day 91. You don't stop building your business on day 91. You don't stop being uncomfortable on day 91. You continue. Forever. Because that's what real men do. The daily practice. Every single day, you wake up knowing, I have to keep my promises. I have to be stronger than yesterday. I have to build my business. I have to face discomfort. I have to be a man of integrity. Not because anyone is forcing you, because you decided that mediocrity is not acceptable. Because you've decided that comfort is not success. The choice. So here's what I need from you. Right now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. You have two choices. Choice 1. You finish this video. You feel motivated. For a few hours. You do nothing. You stay the same. Choice 2. You commit. You commit to 90 days. You commit to being uncomfortable. You commit to becoming a real man. Which choice are you making? The final truth. I want to tell you something. Something that will either inspire you or make you angry. 99% of men will not do this. They will not commit to 90 days. They will not wake up at 5:30 a.m. They will not push themselves. They will stay comfortable. They will stay average. They will die without ever knowing what they were capable of. 99% of men will not become real men. But you're not most men. Are you? Closing. The choice is yours. The power is yours. The responsibility is yours. Become a real man. Not for me. For yourself. For your family. For your legacy. Your 90 days start today. Now go do the work.